Hi there. T3cp is a tool that allows data to be extracted quickly and automatically from an SAP ERP system. Data on SAP tables and SAP queries can be extracted and stored directly in a local database table. The user is supported by the interactive user guidance when creating the extraction operations. The extraction run can be simulated and tested interactively before it is scheduled as a Windows task in the system and then to be executed periodically in the background. Alternatively, the user can create a link on his desktop to start the extraction manually, just with one click. Job chain processing can also be scheduled as a scheduled Windows task. Job chains consist of multiple steps of extractions from tables and/or queries. On the T3cp download page CSBG-DE, choose and click the suitable item, download the T3cp zip file, unpack and run it. Let's click and download a MSI setup file. Let's unpack and install it. No installation permissions are required. After the installation is complete, run program t3cp. In registered test mode, t3cp functions can be unlocked for a period. Request a test account for this. Please purchase a license to use t3cp productively without any limitation. As long t3cp is not licensed or at least registered, a message pops up, t3cp is not registered. Once this message has been confirmed, a disclaimer is to be accepted once. If you do not accept the conditions, T3cp will be terminated. These steps are omitted after registration, even in test mode. You can request a test account in the activation form. Or with Start Test Immediately, you can run the program without registration, but some functions are then limited. Registration is therefore worthwhile for test runs, and it is free. The main window is the starting point to set up and edit links for SAP tables and SAP queries. In the Options window, you can set the following values. The program language, German and English, are supported. Log, activate or deactivate the log option. The log table is then filled with events. Using the log level, you can set whether everything level 5 or only errors should be logged level 1. Activate the SAP.NET connector function. This enables the corresponding interface connector of the SAP. Required for newer SAP GUI versions from 750. Auto-login option. T3cp logs into the SAP systems automatically, even in interactive operation, without required password entry. Connection string. This ADOD link points to the database with the control tables of T3cp application, does not necessarily have to be equal to any database with the user data, these are defined individually in each link. With database ODBC, you can easily create the string to your local MDB database. Show help activates the blue question symbol in the windows. With F1 or by clicking on the blue icon, depending on the window, to jump to the appropriate location in the help text. The date format for the placeholders in the filter condition. Under SAP Login, you can log in to an SAP system. Enter the data for the SAP ERP server, client, user, password as well as host and system number. The SAP router string is optional. The connection data is stored and can be retrieved with a web-recovered login. T3cp supports access to multiple SAP systems from one T3cp instance. Therefore, you can enter and select among multiple connections here. You should save the password if you are planning to use a command line call. This allows the connection to be re-established. To do this, click Yes when the message that appears after the first successful login with the question whether you want to save and key in the password again. Here you also have the option to store the password in the database encrypted to the PC. You are now logged in to the SAP system and can use the other functions of T3cp. Let's transfer the table structure for a selected table. Enter a SAP table name and click a Get Structure to transfer the list of fields. You can adjust the link name and also the name of the destination table here. Click on Create Link to save the data as a t3cp link. To edit an existing or newly created link, select it from the main menu and then click the Edit the Table Structure button. The Edit Structure window opens and has following columns. Name as name of the SAP table. Destination field as name of the field in the receiving table. Source field as name of the field in the SAP table. Key to select the key fields here if you only want updates to be processed via Update. Length as length according to SAP data element. Type as short name from SAP. Send initial when selected, then initial values in the target database are converted correctly. This prevents, for example, empty dates from causing the insert or update to be cancelled. Parameters for writing the data can be set here under the tab SQL options. Let's go to the Show Table Content. Only 1000 sets are listed for performance reasons. The lower part shows the connection string to the table, provider, and the number of records. You can manually enter another select command with, for example, where conditions in the SQL field, at the bottom, and use Execute SQL to display the result. Create destination table. As long as the table does not yet exist in the target database, it must be created. Run Execute SQL command creates the table. This step is omitted if you create the table manually or the table already exists. Let's create another table structure. Create a shortcut on the desktop. This allows you to initiate the data transfer interactively. Schedule a job. To do this, t3cp must be started with admin rights. These jobs will then be executed regardless of logging into the system. You can extract the data directly. The program t3cp also has other features and settings. It has a precise help system. Feel free to visit our website or contact us.